Did I even mention we're doing a giveaway? Hello everyone and welcome to session 100. My name is Brianna and I am the dyer, designer, and human behind The Little Wolf Knits and this YouTube channel. I am here on this, it was kind of nice. Clouds always come out, I feel like, when I start to record. Monday, August 25th, and I cannot believe this is our 100th episode. I feel like I have been podcasting for years and years, which I have, at least in some capacity. But doing this more consistently this past year has been wild. And we have chatted for 100 of these sessions together, which is quite a large number. But I'm super excited. Stick around. You'll hang out if you hang out in the admin section, you'll hear what we're doing to celebrate 100 episodes. But for now, let's jump right in because I got some stuff to talk about. Let's get started with what I'm wearing. I am wearing yet again a twisted t-shirt by me. It feels like this is probably my most worn pattern. It's just so wearable. I love the two samples that I have, and really, if I'm being honest, I think I should just make another one. But this one is the first sample I did. This is my acai colorway, and this is Love That Journey for Me. I think Love That Journey for You, Love That Journey for Me, from Schitt's Creek, and it's super cute. I'm just wearing it with these like tan shorts. This one matches lots of things: jeans, white, cream, tan. So I'm glad I got this one back into my rotation because I'm loving it. And both of these are my sunfish base. Did I say that? I'm not sure I did. But yeah, love the twisted rib detail, the raglan fit. This one's a little bit longer than my other one, but it is chef's kiss. That is all that I'm wearing though today. So let's jump right into admin. As far as admin, there are a few things, so buckle up. The first thing that I'm going to say is that our Wicked collection relaunched this past Friday. I'll talk more about the specifics later on as far as what's in the shop, but in case you don't stick around for that, I didn't want you to miss out. So if you wanted to do some shopping before the second movie comes out, now is your chance. We also have 2 trunk shows I've hinted out in past episodes, but I wanted to get into the specifics. One is going to be Saturday, September 20th at the Knitter's Edge in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. That weekend is Lehigh Valley Fiber Festival, which is perfect timing. So if you're in town that weekend, stop by the Knitter's Edge, grab some yarn, come say hi. Yeah, especially if you're not normally local, it'll be super fun to see some hopefully new faces because I know a fair amount of people drive in a few hours sometimes for that weekend. So that will be awesome. And then the second trunk show is really 2 trunk shows, but they're at the same place on 2 different days. So I'm just calling them trunk show. I will be at Yarn Farm Kingston on the Thursday and Friday before Rhinebeck, New York Sheep and Wool. I think it's 12 to 9 p.m. with so much yarn. So definitely, if you're coming into town for Rhinebeck, make sure to stop by Yarn Farm. Come say hi, take a picture, show me what you're working on, check out some yarn, check out some fiber. And yeah, I will be super excited to see you and meet you. The other things that I wanted to mention... Oh, I forgot. I remembered. Since our Hot Stitch Summer Mal ended a few weeks ago at this point, it is time to launch our maybe 3rd annual Mal, although it might only be the 2nd year in a row that it has this name, our Rhinebeck Rumps Mal, knitting any bottoms, but particularly any of my bottom patterns, so shorts, pants, skirts, dresses, skirts, sweatpants, any of the options for Rhinebeck this year. I'm super excited. Make sure you tag me in any of your makes. We're going to run through Rhinebeck weekend, I guess the end of that weekend, Sunday. So if you make anything, make sure to tag me. I don't want to miss out on anything. And then Rhinebeck weekend, I am going to do a meetup on the hill. So hopefully we'll all wear our bottoms and get to take a picture together. Our little group did this 2 years ago. It was like 3 of us. Last year it was like 5 of us. So I think we're just going to grow every year, and I will be super, super excited to see everybody's bottoms in all of the knits. Did I even mention we're doing a giveaway for the 100th episode? I want to give away a gift card, $25 gift card to my shop. All you have to do is comment down below, share maybe your favorite ever moment from a podcast of mine, something that you enjoy, that I really do, something that you don't love so much, you wish I would stop doing, or maybe something you wish I would start doing in the future. Basically, leave any love, any funny memories, any feedback below on the podcast. And let's do hashtag 100 episodes, so I could just like, if you use that hashtag, I'll know you're interested in the gift card. And if you're just commenting and you're not interested, don't use the hashtag, but use the hashtag 100 episodes, and that will get entered, and I will pull a prize winner for next week's episode, so make sure you stay tuned for that. That's all that I have for admin, and I'm kind of bummed about this being our 100th episode because I haven't finished anything, and I almost always finish something, but you know what? Some weeks are just like this, and I'm learning to be okay with it. So we can skip finished objects and jump right into works in progress. The first whip that I have, you have seen before, but you haven't seen it actually in this bag yet. This is a Songbird handmade bag. It's a little cactus bag. I think this might be her small size, but I love it. I have 2 skeins, a wool wash, Advil, my little notions bag, a giant hand lotion thing, and my project, and there's plenty of room in there. But I wanted to share, I'll share the yarn first. This is an almost finished skein, and I have a second skein of terracotta on my sunfish base. This is from my Italia collection, which you can still grab, even though Wicked launched. Italia is still available for the time being. And this one is almost done, but I actually already cracked into that second skein because I am making a 7th Ave split hem tank, which is one of my patterns that released 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think 2 weeks ago at this point. And it is so beautiful. And I cracked into the second skein because I wanted to work the neckband and the armhole ribbing before I do the ribbing at the bottom of this top. I am making this a few inches longer than my last sample, but I want to make sure once the neck and the ribbing around the armholes are done, that I have a good idea of how it's going to fit once it blocks out. And it's so good. It's so perfect, this color. I don't know if it's my color, if it's a good color on me, but I love it, and I cannot wait to wear it again. Jeans, brown, tan, white, black. I think this color goes with everything. I wear a lot of green. I could wear this with green, and I think it'll be perfect. So this is not done. I thought maybe it could be done, but I have done so much work on it. So the plan is to pick up for sleeves. I keep saying sleeves. Armhole ribbing, and potentially finish that today. By tomorrow, I think I could finish both armholes, and then make a decision tomorrow for the ribbing and get going with that. This should be done by next week. I would be very surprised if it wasn't for some reason. That is what's been getting most of my energy. However, on Saturday, I was getting a little bit, bored. I was getting a little bit of an itch for another thing that I had brought home with me. And I talked about this last time, but you haven't seen it yet. This is in my Horse Feather Fiber Arts little cow print bag. I love this bag so much. It's a sock sack, but I have 2 skeins of yarn in here. This is cesium yarn, hand spun by me, mistering machine, and this is Akara Yarn Co., a green from the Solstice Fiber Countdown. This is a chain ply, and this is a 3-ply fractal, and I am using these together to make a Harlow hat by Andrea Mowry for Michael. I didn't swatch. These are fairly thin yarns. I would say solidly fingering at this point, maybe even like a lighter fingering. I think once it plumps up and I block it, maybe it'll push into like a heavy fingering light sport. But I was like, let me just cast on and get started. And then brioche, if you have not done brioche before, it is so addicting. It's like meditative in a very different way than stockinette is. And I really, really enjoyed it. It does take longer because obviously you have to work 2 rounds for every row essentially that you're creating, but I love it. I have my Pomodoro progress keeper on here. Can you see the little tops? Oh, and I have my lemon. I have another one right here. I have my lemon progress keeper on my other whip. It's so cute. Let me show you this one. These are still available as part of the Italia collection. Pre-order. So you can grab those progress keepers. But I have my Pomodoro on here, and this is the beginning of my Harlow hat. I did not have a US 2, which is what's called for in the pattern, to do the cast on. However, I think my cast ons are usually really tight. So I use a 2.5, and I think it was the right call. Again, I know the brim is supposed to be a little tighter than the rest of the hat, but depending on how this is looking gauge-wise, it's measuring about 19 inches. So depending on how it's looking, I really should block it partially through once I do maybe 3 or 4 inches, however long the brim. I'm sure Michael will actually want it longer, so maybe 5 or 6 inches. Maybe block it and then decide if I'm going to go up a size for the rest of the hat or leave this as is. I guess we'll see, but for now, I'm loving this. This doesn't have a deadline. It will probably be a Christmas gift, maybe a Halloween gift, because I just gift him too many things. It might be a Halloween gift. We'll see. But there's no rush or timeline on this because I also have something else that I will be making for Michael. What the heck? Man, good thing he's knit-worthy. But I haven't started it yet. However, I brought the yarn with me to show you. I have caked up. Ooh, this looks dark and not accurate at all. This looks like black yarn. This is green. So that's interesting. This is my wintering colorway. Nope, still doesn't look green to me. Maybe with some light. This is my wintering colorway on my 420 base. I dyed 6 skeins, but I have 4 of them caked up. And this will be my next design, which will be a sweater for Michael. I'm super excited. It will be top down. I still, when I was talking to him about inspiration, I need to clarify and just solidify whether he wants a set-in sleeve or a drop shoulder. Some of the sweaters he was telling me that he liked were both. He had shown me some of each. So I really want to highlight the differences for him and see what he wants. But it's going to be just like a broken rib texture, crew neck, thick, sort of chunky, 2x2 ribbing. Super simple, nothing very fancy. But he's super knit-worthy. I don't have any men's patterns, and I think this is going to be the first. So stay tuned for that. I actually am planning on starting that this week because none of my other projects are going to be super good for in the dark knitting. So I'm hoping that that one, yes, I know it will be broken rib, but I'm hoping that that one will be good to work on in the movies this week. I guess we'll see. But those are all my knitting whips that I have and future projects that I have planned. At the moment, I do have one other whip. It is a spinning whip. It is still a whip, and it won't be for too long. It is in my Tiny Casey bag. It is my bosworth spindle. You know what this is. A shaniko wool tweed, seashell colorway, and this cop is getting pretty full. Oops, I just ripped it off. And this is all of the fiber I have left. So I really, really want to get this done. I'll say it again this week because that would be awesome to ply it up. However, this cop is getting a little heavy, which I can tell is making me reach for it less. I just find it less enjoyable once my spindle gets too heavy. So I think, let me just reattach this. I might, and I know it's kind of silly with how much I have left, but I'm thinking I might clear this off of the drop spindle and work this last little bit onto a new empty drop spindle. Again, like I'm saying, I know it's kind of silly because I only have this much left to go, but I know if I clear this bobbin, this drop spindle, I will finish this in a day. If I don't, it will probably take me another 2 weeks. So while I just reattach that was kind of silly. I should have left it off. That would have given me further reason to just wind that off onto this bobbin that I have been collecting yarn, storing my yarn on. And once it's all on here, I'm going to take this, use my e-spinner, and chain ply it, and hopefully get a nice fingering weight yarn. It looks like it should be a fingering weight, maybe a sport weight, but I think a fingering weight yarn to make a little tank top or something like that would be super awesome. So maybe this one will be done the next time we chat. Maybe it won't. Who knows? But that is all that I have that I have been working on. So let's talk about what's in the shop. Since we are coming up on the end of August, consider this your last call for our series of Unfortunate Yarn Club. This month's colorway is the Hostile Hospital, and it's so good. So if you want it, make sure you grab it. The next month's colorway is not yet out of the dye pans and dry, so you're gonna have to wait till next week to see that one, but it is going to be good as well. This one has my heart though right now, so I don't know. Will it stay my favorite forever? We will see. But other than that, our October clubs are officially closed. If you did not get one, I am sorry. I always dye a few extras, but there are not usually too many, so I hope you got one. If you didn't, make sure you're on my newsletter. Make sure you're following me for all of the things so that you get notified if and when there are any extras. But our single skein, our main skein, our single day option is still available for now through the next few weeks. So if you want one, make sure to grab one. And then our super shitty December countdown for December is still in the shop, so you can grab one yourself. Other than our countdown boxes and our monthly clubs, there are two exciting collections that are available right now that you don't want to miss out on. The first is our Summer Vacation Italia collection that the first wave of dyeing has all been done. Packages are getting shipped out. I shipped out a lot last week. The last few, I'm looking over there because that's where I'm shipping yarn today, will be sent out pretty much today. I think will be totally done. So if you ordered any Italia collection yarn in the last month or so, it should be on its way to you by the time you're watching this. And since we last spoke, our Wicked collection made a reappearance this past Friday. Our 4 Wicked colorways, I could leave a little photo right here. It is For Good, Two Best Friends, Wicked Through and Through, and One Short Day are now available for the next 2 weeks as a pre-order. Grab them now. Anything that gets ordered this next week will get dyed. Everything will be dyed first come, first serve, and orders will go out in the same order. So if you want to get something to cast on or make a project before Wicked For Good comes out, now is your chance to do that. That's all that I want to talk about as far as what's in the shop. So let's just catch up on life. As far as life goes this week, Michael and I have been quite busy, and we have been quite busy seeing a lot of movies. I know last week I told you we saw Weapons, and it was so good. We were going to see Free Here Friday, I think Tuesday night, the last time we spoke, and it was also so good. I think my hopes were a little low. Basically, my expectations were low. I was worried it was going to ruin the first one, but it was really cute. I loved it. It was emotional. It was really great. I definitely recommend seeing it if you haven't already. And then on Wednesday, we went to see Americana, which was actually a bit more sad and serious than we originally thought it was going to be. We thought it'd be a little sillier. It was good. It was just a little sad. But then Thursday, I ended up driving home. I had a haircut and I had some stuff to do on Friday. You could probably tell my hair is nice and short. And then Michael came out Friday after work to meet us. We went to dinner with my sister, my dad in Hoboken. And then Saturday was like a super chill morning. I haven't had a morning like that in months and months. And then Saturday afternoon was my older sister's 40th birthday party, which is wild. Just to think about the fact that she's 40, but it was really great. We enjoyed it. It was so much fun. It was a bit of a late night. It wasn't too late, actually, but I was pretty exhausted. So Sunday was mostly spent just recuperating, spent some time by the pool, relaxed, hung out. And then Michael and I drove in. It was actually our 8-year dating anniversary, which was fun. But we decided to go to the Clinton Station Diner. There's a diner. We drive past it every week. It's a train, like an actual train car connected to this building, and you can eat in the train car. And we were like, that's fun. We should go one day. In 6 years we've been living here, we've never gone. We drive past it every single weekend on our way back. So we decided, let's just go. So we went last night. It was pretty good. Wasn't super helpful as far as gluten-free stuff goes. The waitress didn't really know anything. They didn't have anything marked on the menu. So there was a lot of, can you ask this? Can you ask the chef this? Which is not ideal, but the food was good and it was fine. Then we just came back. We've been working. I've been working. He's been working. And it will continue as such for the time being. We ordered materials with our contractor for everything that we need for our basement in this PA house. So hopefully in the next 2 weeks or so, this house will be back together. We're actually going to be doing the drywall, painting some of that stuff in the next week and a half. So we'll see. Hopefully everything is together. My house can get back to normal soon enough. And yeah, the build's been going. Not that much has been happening. Lots of people are on vacation and are out, which is super inconvenient when you're trying to build a house. But hopefully things get rolling here soon. Other than that, I finished reading The Perfect Marriage, and it was so good. So good. And I immediately started The Perfect Divorce, which is the second book in that series. I think it's just those two. So I guess, I don't know if you call it a series. It's a sequel. And I'm about halfway through that. It's pretty good. I'm reading on my Kindle, and something about reading the paperback version of The Perfect Marriage, I feel like I flew through it in 3 days. But this one's pretty good too. Pretty good. I'm waiting for it all to unravel. It's not quite happening yet, but I know it will happen soon. So I'm looking forward to that. We have book club this week, so I'm definitely looking forward to talking to everyone about it. But that is pretty much all that's been going on. We're going to see 2 movies this week. We're going to see Together, which I'm super stoked about. And then we're going to see Caught Stealing, which I think is that Austin Butler movie. I think. But if it is the movie I'm thinking of, it looks good. So I'm excited about both of those. And then we'll be heading to the shore for Labor Day weekend. And I'm so excited. I cannot wait. Something just flew into the window. I don't know. It was like a giant bug or something. What the heck? Anyway, that's all that's going on in life. That's all that's going on with my makes. And I hope life is going well for you. I hope you're enjoying all of your makes and all of the things. Until next time, take care of each other. Bye.